Well, welcome to the Shorter Artist Hour, everybody, where I talk to my superbly talented friends that I think the world needs to know more about. And we might not talk for a full hour, but that's okay because it's the Shorter Artist Hour because I'm Susan Shorter. And today we have with me the always charming, always fun, gorgeous, incredibly kind, endlessly talented creator of beautiful fantasy artwork, Carolina Lebar.
Thank you.
Did I get the last name right?
You did. Usually, if people have trouble with the first name.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Right on. Well, first off, I wanted to say I saw on social media that you got your gorgeous little owl dude. What is his name? Kim Flanco? Flacco?
Yes, that one is King Flacco from the famous uh, Flacco Eurasian eagle owl from New York City. Do you know the story about that?
I do not.
Yeah, so he escaped from one of the zoos up there, and he kind of like kept getting spotted in the Central Park area up there in New York City, so he kind of
Yeah.
became famous. And I mean, I guess in New York he was famous. And so I had somebody contact me that I guess, loved my animals with crowns. And she asked me to do commission for her, one for her best friend, because they just love the owl so much. So I'm like, that's adorable. So I was like,
That
I
is. That's
totally do
so
that.
cool. And then he got into Infected by Art.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you
Is
for maybe my third one.
is it?
Yeah, my third time.
That's fantastic. Do you
That's
get as excited as I do? Like I'm constant, like I always know, like, all right, around Valentine's Day, and then I just keep checking my email over and over and over.
I kind of like once I hear about it, I get the zoomies. So
Yeah.
like wherever I am, I have this overwhelming urge to run around. And this time I was at my client's office and I'm like, I'm holding on the desk, like,
Yeah.
control yourself, because I can't like just have the zoomies at my client's office.
Oh, it's so exciting. And then I like Sean Russell, she's gotten more than one in at a time. I don't think I could handle it. I got multiples in. Have you ever?
You'll do it. You'll do it one day.
We'll see. Maybe
Next,
next year.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just it's such a thrill. It's so validating. It's like getting invited to the cool kids party in high school or something. Are you
I'm,
gonna do IX this year?
yep, I'll be in the main show again.
So
Not sure how many pieces I'll have. I'm gonna try to have a lot of new Animal Kingdom pieces in.
oh
I
yeah.
do have a solo show in July. Hopefully it'll work out to be in July here in Knoxville, the Knoxville area.
Knoxville. Okay, where at in
Yeah.
Knoxville?
It's a gallery that's in downtown Knoxville called Red Gallery.
Okay.
Um, and the owner, she had bought one of my pieces, a King Raven, I think, at one of the shows in downtown Knoxville. And so I reached out to her and I'm like, can I, maybe just have a solo show in your gallery? And she's like over the moon. So
That's
we're
awesome.
sussing it out for July. So I'm hoping like, maybe I'll have some pieces left over from that and I'll bring those to the main show for
Yeah.
IX and then I'll make some more, of course. So
You've got a lot of painting to do.
I do. I've been nonstop working because I'm like also doing a piece a month for Wow by Wow. I have EDO, so like the
Yeah,
this year so far has been I'm just painting all the time.
you're hitting on a few things I wanted to ask you about. Like, what is that Wow by Wow? I haven't heard of that.
Wow by Wow, it's well, I call it an international online gallery. They are out of I may get this wrong. I think they're out of either the UK or Scotland. Like I've seen addresses in both places.
Very
But
cool.
yeah, they do like an online exhibit once a month. Um, so I was invited to do one last year, and then he invited me to like six six of them, I think, for this year.
That's rad. Now, did
Yeah,
they find you or did you know friends that were in it or?
I think I submitted um like back in I want to say 2024, 2025. I made a list of all the I want to be a gallery artist. So I made a list of all the galleries I want to get into, and my confidence was building because of the success of my Animal Kingdom series. So I was like, okay, you can do this. So I
Yeah,
submitted to the ones that were a little bit more easy to submit to. At that point, I hadn't written my CV, and a lot of galleries would like, your full CV done in PDF format, all that. So I believe that's how I got into one of their shows. And
yeah,
the owner Tim is just such a pleasure to work with. He's
that's
such a
great.
gentleman. Love getting his emails. They're so nice. And yeah, so I just sold a piece in the last show for him. And it was awesome
Congratulations.
because he used it as the show promo, and I was all like, "Oh my
That's
gosh!"
so fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
seems like you've like really hit your stride with this Animal Kingdom series that you've been working on.
definitely.
And I get it. Like when you look at them, you can feel the love and respect that you have for the creatures, and they all seem to have like real personality shines through. And you do all these beautiful little hair details and the glints in the eye, and
Thank you.
they're exquisite, and they're also
So glad.
like smaller, so they're affordable for a lot more
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So it's a win-win in both situations. Like, how did this concept even come about for you?
It was a long time that it took, to be honest. A lot of, you know, uh, anxious times and stressful times trying to figure out what what I wanted to do. Like I knew I've always known I wanted to be involved with galleries
Okay.
ever since I was little. Um, and I was trying different things. Nothing was working. Nothing was catching on. And that was, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 years of like really trying whatever I could.
Yeah.
Um, and I just felt like nothing was working. So, you go through that whole mentality of like not good enough,
Yeah.
you know, should I keep doing this? But I always knew I had to keep doing it because like it's just in me to draw,
Yeah.
or paint. Like I can't not do it. And
I
I've had to
completely
explain
get
that
that.
to people. But at one point, I don't know, maybe about 6 years ago now, I was just like over stressed about it.
Yeah.
So um, I kind of took a look at what other people, their work, their quality of work, kind of analyzed it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pull back. I'm going to get better at what I do. And I gave myself permission to take like 1 or 2 years to just work on pencils because I love working with pencils,
Same. Yeah.
And then I had a very successful show at IX. I was in the showcase and I just had like all these pencil illustrations lined up in 2 rows. And I'm like, this is me. And
Yeah.
it felt really good. I'm like, okay, now people can see that I have the talent, I have the skill, because I've put hard work into it.
Yeah.
And then I think I tried doing a little bit more illustrations again, but I was just still so overwhelmed. And I sat myself down again one day and I asked myself, okay, what do you actually love to do? Forget about the things that you're getting stressed out over.
Yeah.
I really love the pencil. Okay. So we know that we're gonna definitely do something with pencil. And then I asked myself again, like, okay, what else do you love to do? And I'm like, well, I love animals. And that is just 1,000%. I just love animals. I'm like, okay, let's just sit down and let's just today draw, whatever you want. You love cats. Okay, great. Sit down, draw it. And I did. And I happened to have, at the time, a solo show at a gallery in Asheville, the Art Garden, which unfortunately was obliterated by Hurricane Helene.
Oh no.
At that show, I was kind of like working on like live painting. And it was a cat. I don't know if you're familiar with that one. Little black cat. And I had so much fun drawing it. And
The one
then
I have the sticker of?
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, he's always sticker. But live painting, and it just had like this. space over his head, that was like negative space. I'm like, I
Yeah.
just got something there. And as I'm like at the show and people are behind me or like watching me paint, I'm like, okay, let me try a crown because that's what I feel like needs to be there because that's how I feel about cats in general. They think that we're their servants and their royalty.
100%.
So I
Yeah.
kind of just did that on the spot, just to
Yeah.
fill the space, but it felt really good. And then everything just took off from there. Like that piece sold from the photo of the show.
Fantastic.
Like I didn't even finish it yet, but a fan of mine bought it immediately. She's it wasn't even finished.
Oh yeah.
She's like, and I know her. Like if she likes something, it's good. And then it just kind of yeah, it went from there. Like I think I did a rabbit next and
Remember the rabbit?
a couple other one. I can't remember the other one. A raccoon. No, it wasn't a raccoon. And I did another one and I brought that to IX, that next showcase. And like the people that run IX, Jeannie and Patrick, they loved the rabbit. Mark Chef from EDO, he was looking at him. He's like, this is really something. So that's when it took off. I think that was October 2023.
Is that how you got into EDO?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
That's awesome. I just did their newbie November, and that was my first one. But yeah, I've seen your work on there a lot because, of course, I get the
Yeah.
emails. So
Yep. Yeah.
fantastic.
So
All from the Animal Kingdom paintings.
yes, yeah. So I'm just like
Wonderful.
I'm so extremely happy that I took the time to just really figure out what I love to do because
Yeah.
now when I sit down to do them, even though like I might have to do 20 for a show by July right now, but I know every time I sit down, I'm just gonna love the process. I
That's
took out,
wonderful.
everything that stressed me, like composition used to stress me all to hell. Like I was begging some artists, please teach me composition. Like I could not get composition, color theory, all that. But I took it all out. And my earlier Animal Kingdom pieces are very kind of monochromatic. And that's why. But like I took all the stressors out, focused on what I loved to
Yeah.
do when I sat down.
Sounds like your head was getting in the way of your muse at the
Oh,
time.
absolutely.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you like found your way with it. Is there any
Yeah.
process to picking what your next animal is, or do you just wait till it just pops in there?
I do get a lot of requests at shows for
I can
certain
imagine.
I don't always go by that, but it does help. Like I ask people, if you don't see an animal here that you would love to see me do,
Yeah.
write it down, and I think that's how I get a lot of them. For the show, since I do live in near the Great Smoky Mountains, it's gonna be I think the Guardians of the
Oh, cool.
Appalachia,
Appalachia.
Appalachia.
I've heard if you say Appalachia, I'll throw in Appalachia.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna
you
say.
say it. I don't know. Like that's kind of easier to help me figure out what animals I'm doing. Um, and yeah, if I have any commissions, like the owl
Yeah.
Blanco.
That was neat. I hadn't heard about him, but
Yeah.
well, with you working on this like bigger collection of paintings that have a unified theme, do you see maybe an art book or calendars or anything putting all these babies together?
I have so many ideas.
I bet.
I do. But like I also um try to keep focused. I
Yeah,
think that's important, especially if you're trying to establish your style or what you want to do like early on in your career.
for sure.
So a lot of times I'll like think about things, but I kind of use kind of like scheduling, and it keeps me on track. It keeps me focused.
That's good.
So, yeah, I have thought of a lot of different things, but right now I'm just focused on my shows.
That's good. Just churning
Yeah.
out the work and the shows.
Yeah,
Even
eventually
with
I'd love a book, but
oh
first
yeah, and
I
it'll be a good book with all your beautiful little pieces.
yeah.
But yeah, even in your early work, like there's no question that nature's always been an underlying theme in what you do. So, did you grow up in the country? I mean, is that part of, yeah,
Kind of in the suburbs, really small town in New Jersey, but you could see like the New York skyline. So it was really pretty.
huh,
But yeah, I have just always loved animals. And the older I got, I was able to like help do rescues, and I've had a lot of different kinds of animals now that I live in East Tennessee. But yeah, I just as growing up, I really wanted comic books and like Ranger Rick and wildlife magazines. That's all I cared about.
Nice.
And it really shows in my earlier art too, because I would always illustrate women and powerful women. Like I loved Wonder Woman and things like that. So
Yeah, I was curious what your art portal was, like what brought you over to wanting to draw and all of that. Like,
yeah,
so Wonder Woman and comic books and stuff, something you
comic
just looked at and
book.
you're like, I have to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try my best. And then I realized, well, you have to have something that's really gonna pay the bills. So
Sure. Did you ever do any kind of comic book art?
technically not really. It was more like fan art when I began.
I get you.
Um, and it was interesting even then that I just hated doing backgrounds. So I think,
Same.
that kind of translates right to today with my Animal Kingdom series because
Yeah.
the backgrounds are very simple. They're textured and chaotic because I wanted to show like how animals every day, every minute of their day is spent surviving,
Yeah.
you know. So that's kind of my way of showing that. But it also works because I can do backgrounds. I just don't enjoy doing backgrounds.
Yeah. I'm cool with backgrounds if they're nature based, you know?
Yeah, like
Yeah, if
our
they're out in the
flowers
woods or
and
something like
stuff.
that. But if
Yeah.
you make me draw, yeah, a skyline or a freaking parking lot or something,
I know, yeah.
sure.
I can do it. I just wouldn't
I
be as
can do it. I
happy.
won't have 1 ounce of joy the entire time.
Yeah. I'll love it when it's finished.
Yes, yeah, and I'm paid.
Yeah.
But I'm always curious with artists. How did your family feel about you going down this path? Did you have the support from the family or were they
I
worried?
did. I did.
Okay,
My parents
wonderful.
had a very like I think I was 2 or 3. My mom still has the drawing of it. Like
Oh,
she she instantly knew it was Bert from Sesame Street. I was only like two
sweetest.
or three. She's like, this child's gonna be an artist. And she even said that I was the easiest baby and toddler because if she was going out to a restaurant, she would just flip the placemat over and give me a crayon, and I would be quiet. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say a word, eat my food, draw. I was happy. And so yeah, they've always been just supportive in general.
That's wonderful. My mom got to the point where she just would carry scrap paper and a
Oh,
pen in her purse. So then if we were anywhere and I was bored, she'd just be like, here you go. And then I was just happy as could be.
yeah, that's awesome.
Something I didn't know about you until I got on your website is that you were born in Colombia. When did you come here?
So I was born in Colombia, and I was adopted right away.
Oh, wow.
So like maybe the night after, a couple days after my parents here in America, in New Jersey, they got the call, and it happened to be like I think their anniversary, which was
Oh,
cool.
that's so sweet.
Yeah, they got the call that a baby had been born. If they're interested, come on down. And so they came down. I think we were there for a month, about a month,
Yeah.
and then they brought me to New Jersey, and I grew up there. And
Awesome. That's the
yeah,
best anniversary gift ever.
right. I
That's
know.
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, you knew that you could draw and that you were pretty good at it. So, how did you get from there to the gallery space?
I really am not sure about that.
Yeah. Did you go do any art school or
I
classes anywhere?
I went to an art institute, but I actually went for I was very interested in doing special effects for movies.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, really, that's awesome.
Fascinating. I love how they make everything. But I'd
Yeah,
like to talk to
yeah,
Chris sometime, Burdette, because he worked on Angel and all of those. And
yeah. Isn't that wild?
yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right. I just didn't have the opportunity to actually go out there and get a job.
Yeah.
So, or get involved with any of that. So I actually wound up in like web design and web development. So
That's
I
so
pay the
different.
bills and then I
Yeah.
do art on the side.
All right. Yeah, I was curious about that. Does art pay for everything? But you said you do web development as well?
Yeah, definitely the other way around. I don't actually, I don't make a lot with my art, but I'm totally fine with that because it's just what makes me happy in my life, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's, I'm happy. I'm
Yeah. As long
good.
as you're enjoying what you're doing on both sides, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. I try to keep that schedule so I don't get too overwhelmed or stressed out or, yeah.
For sure. And it's still a creative job, so
Yeah,
you're still
absolutely.
getting to be yourself.
Yeah, but it's not like too creative that like when I come home I'm burnt out. Because some people, some artists I know have done that. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, don't, get another form of creative job if you have to. That
Yeah.
way you won't feel burnt out when you come home.
Absolutely. When I was doing a children's book as a staff illustrator, which it was
Nice.
great. It was cool in its own way, 100%, but it did leave me completely drained from my personal stuff because I'd be doing stuff that the authors wanted all day and
Exactly.
I wasn't putting out. And when I did put out stuff, it was rushed or
Yeah,
it just yeah, 100%.
exactly.
Well, besides your animals, I know you also do the beautiful women and the kind of have the warrior element. You mentioned Wonder Woman though, but I always got kind of a Native American vibe from them. Like, have you been like inspired by that culture, or do you have any Native American blood in you?
I do not. I'm like 100% from Colombia, which is
Right
really
on.
cool. I've done the whole ancestry thing. But I think I'm more kind of drawn to exotic features.
Yeah, me
So
too.
I think that's probably where it comes from. And I just enjoy doing like mythological topics in my art. So like I
Yeah,
make a model into like a goddess of some type. Or that's usually what I'm doing.
yeah. Well, and that whole shamanistic thing with Native American culture is directly connected to nature and animals, and
Yeah, and now all that fascinates me. It always
me
fascinates me
too.
how like um, fairy tales or lore are
Yeah,
actually mostly from being scared of the like our ancestors being scared of the dark and like
yeah,
hearing different things, and then their imagination goes crazy and they think of like a witch or
yeah,
this other thing, and then it becomes like a belief in their culture. I love
yeah.
that.
I love and through art, we can kind of continue the storytelling.
Yeah,
So that's awesome.
yeah.
Oh, and then beyond just doing the 2D stuff, you've been doing these shadow boxes, which I love because I feel like it really gives context to the drawing. It puts you in a setting, in a place with the rocks and the feathers and all
It
of
makes
that.
it even more organic.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It
what made those babies come about?
that was actually it's actually kind of funny. I wanted to do some illustration, just going back again to just putting a pencil down on paper. And just, keeping the skill up of just drawing. And
Right.
so I was thinking about doing bookmarks.
Okay.
That is literally what they are, but the amount of time that I sat there and worked on them, like I can't, I was gonna buy a bookmark for $125. So my best friend actually came up with the idea, like, why don't you make him a shadow box? I'm like, I could totally do that because I have
Yeah.
rocks and feathers here and gems and crystals and like, I collect little things on hikes and everything. I'm like, that's a perfect
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, so they're fun to do. They are, and they really like get people to like look at my illustrations because it's small and they have to like really. But once they see what it is, and they just really connect with it, so it's good.
And do the elements inspire pieces now? Or the actual drawings and vice versa? Or
I would probably say that the illustration inspires what I put in the shadow box.
yeah,
Like one is a girl with an owl, but of course, because of federal regulations, you can't,
sure.
use owl in anything. So I happen to have turkey feathers from turkeys that visited our little, not farm, but our homestead, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I can just put that in there. And it's
What
good. It gets people talking about it and interested in it. So
what brought you down to Tennessee?
It was my ex.
Oh, why?
I was living, I moved from New Jersey. I was done with the snow and the cold. I went to Fort Lauderdale. We
Yeah,
went down there, and then his family moved up here, and we just love visiting. Like, the mountains are absolutely amazing here,
yeah,
and they're right over there.
that's
So,
awesome.
and I don't really want to, I don't see myself leaving Tennessee anytime soon. Knoxville is a huge growing artistic community. They have an organization there that really supports artists, and they rolled out the red carpet for me, and I think I'm here to stay.
That's wonderful. It's on my list of places to visit,
You have
100%.
to come visit. Let
Yeah,
me know.
I will. We'll hang out.
Yes.
Now, are you doing Gen Con again?
So I actually haven't gotten into Gen Con since it started being juried.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I haven't been able to jury in, which is fine because I wind up helping everybody.
Did Erica get in? Because
Yeah,
well, I guess I'll tell the people. That's how we met. I think was through
so,
Jacob, but I want to say it was at Gen Con, but it could have been IX. I
no,
think it was Gen Con.
yeah,
And like I was so intimidated starting one of the big shows. I've done little things
yeah,
in Indiana, but
right.
and you guys are just so kind and so fun and so sweet and so calming. And I just
Yeah,
so glad that I met you both.
yeah,
And I remember it, I think it might have been the first one where I had like a table was at Gen Con. And after one of the days where like it's overwhelming. I work from home.
yes,
I don't really talk to anybody other than outside a little bitty circle to go from that to Gen Con, now where
yeah,
I'm talking to thousands of people and they're everywhere and there's no place to get any space. And then
yeah,
all of us go out to dinner and I feel one of the biggest panic attacks coming on and I had to go outside to get air and just had a complete panic attack and I felt like such an ass, in front of, because like in front of like all you guys, and then there was other artists. I know you're all my friends, but I still like you
yeah,
can get so hard on yourself about that stuff. It's like I should be
yeah,
able to control it. But anyway, I just thank you again. Like you were so sweet, and so like you said that you had gone through it and all of that. And I know the mental health thing is such a big thing, I think, in our community because so many of us are homebodies, and
definitely,
then
yeah,
it's so much to have to go into that situation. It's rewarding and fun and exciting,
yeah,
but it's a lot. Do you
yeah.
have any tips on how you deal with that?
Um, get to know me and my
Yeah,
best
get to
friend
know other people that, yeah,
Erica.
100%.
Yeah, like we try and create a safe community, I think.
Yeah,
And we've kind of been building that, I feel like, over the last, 4 years or so. Before then, when we first started going, which maybe been like 10 years ago, we felt really left out. Like we
really.
felt like we were on the outer rim of this event, as far as the artists there. Because we were new and just starting out kind of.
Sure.
Um, and yeah, I think kind of as we've grown and gotten comfortable with doing conventions and talking with other artists, we definitely we like our including people into our safe little artist community. So if you're having a panic attack, feel free to come grab me and I'll give you a great big hug, like to anybody
Oh,
out there.
that's great.
I've definitely a couple of years ago, I won't say who it is, but she was freaking out, and I just held her, gave her a big hug, and she was you know
Yeah,
moving through it, and I'm just like I'm taking care of you. You're fine. You're good.
good.
Because yeah, it is kind of terrifying sometimes to do those shows.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's so taxing. And it's not like it's just one day. It's like, no, we have like 3, 4, 5 days of
Yeah,
this. And
yeah.
and
And
if anybody from the jury is listening, I never not want to be chosen, but it's just a lot.
yeah, me too. I don't mind
Yeah.
helping everybody, but yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I think as an artist anyway, we're all putting our heart out there on the table,
Yeah.
and you get a lot of comments. that kind of can break into your ego and into your whole I don't know what you would call it, you know, your confidence or the shell that you kind of have to have up
Yeah.
when you're talking with people. So yeah, I think it's a great thing to like come out to dinner with us and just kind of let down. You
Yeah.
know, we meet like in the lobby at night and we just kind of like talk to each other and chill because you have to have that time.
That's
Yeah.
where, if I can, I'm going to get a hotel room this time because
Yeah.
I've always driven, but
Mhm.
that adds to the stress. You have to
Right.
get up early, get ready, drive like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
hope to get a parking spot, and then run my ass to my table. And
Yeah.
then I can't really hang out with anybody because then I've got to
Right.
find my car and then drive all the way back. And
Yeah, yeah, I recommend it.
yeah.
It might cut into the cost, but it
Yeah,
helps.
it'll be worth it. Well, and Tashina
Yeah.
always rooms with me, so
Oh, good.
that'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
good.
Good.
So, how long have you and Erica been doing cons together? You guys are like the dynamic duo at all these
Yeah.
events.
We actually started this together. One night we were hanging out. Is I think it was actually her wedding night. Told you that. But
Oh,
yeah, we were hanging out here in Gatlinburg, and we've been working together prior to this, but when we just had this discussion, like we really both want to be artists, so we just kind of set out on the trail, and we both wanted to do it. We both would figure things out. Like she would figure out what the best printer was to get, and I would figure out like packaging.
yeah.
Um, so that really helped us. Um, so I think we've been trying to do this. I don't even know, maybe 18 years
Wow.
that
How
we've
did you guys meet?
She was working for a web company in South Florida, and I got hired there. And we worked together. She was the senior art director, and I was a graphic artist at the time.
Perfect.
And one day I was just like, "You're gonna be my best friend forever." And she just looks at me. She goes, "Okay, done deal."
Oh gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I do have another question I'm curious about with your painting. You'd do them all on the panels, right? So why do you choose that over canvas or over anything else?
I think it kind of ties back to the natural element. Like I just love I've always liked working with wood. I used to do like wood shop, and in college I was working with wood as well. But it's like the natural organic feel of it.
Right
Uh,
on.
the paper, fine with. Canvas, no thank you. I'm good.
Did you
I
have to
don't
varnish them and stuff to seal them afterwards, or?
I actually do a lot of sealing all throughout. I sand and then I seal with matte medium, and then I do the pencil. I seal that with fixatives, and I do another couple layers of matte medium. Then I paint, usually with since I do glazing, I'll use the matte medium with the paint to glaze color on top of the detailed pencil work.
Yeah.
And then before I varnish, I do another couple coats of the matte medium, and then I varnish it. So it's all really protected and in there.
I want to come try to do that with you. Would you
Yeah,
show me your
you
process? That
should.
would be cool.
Absolutely. I'm
Oh, that's
trying to do some like little videos on my Patreon this year. So
oh yeah, I was wondering if you had a Patreon.
yeah, yeah, I do. It's I just kind of like revamped it, and yeah, I'm trying to like get into like videos on how I do my work because I kind of realized that not a lot of people do art, these art, their art the way that I do mine. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, I could just do like I don't really have the time, number one, and I'm not really I don't love videotaping myself.
Yeah.
Like after this, I will never watch this.
Aw.
I'll be like, Erica, watch this. But but yeah, I did do like a little. I took a little video, just sanding it and showing like me putting the first layer of matte medium down. So I just have to edit that, and then I'll put it on Patreon
That's
for
cool.
you.
Yeah, because your process sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
And also with all the AI bullshit, like I hear, like we kind of have to have videos to prove that yes, I drew this. Yes, it's
Absolutely.
from my brain. So
Yeah,
I
I
hate doing the videos too,
I
but
realize that, but yeah, it's important right now to do that.
it is. And it's content. I always feel like I need to be creating more content, but if I am focused on creating content, then that's taking away from me making the art.
Absolutely. That's why I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. I would like to do it for people,
Yeah.
but oh, I don't
Yeah.
have time.
But it helps though, because the more they can
Oh
see it and
yeah,
the more they connect to it, the more they want to buy it whenever they come across you at a
absolutely.
convention or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did want to talk to you about merch because I know I've asked you before, but I forgot. Your pencil pouches and all that, those look really good. Where do you want to say where you get those done?
Yeah,
Or, yeah,
totally okay. I actually do the pencil pouches I do through Printify.
okay,
So I take this the print version of my animal and I extend the background in Photoshop and then I send Printify the file and they print it and I hope it looks okay by the time I get it back. I make my own necklaces.
oh, cool.
So I just buy like the parts of it, but I hand make them and it takes like 3 days, a
Okay.
better part of 3 days. And so I do that. What else do I
You do
have?
stickers and pins, right?
Stickers, yeah, that's kind of new. It's like when I have a free moment, I'll try and try and do a sticker or something. And then the pins I did as a Kickstarter. I think it
Okay.
was 2020, had to have been 20, January 2024. So that was a limited edition release. And I hope in the future to do like a limited edition release, maybe a year or something. But
Oh, yeah,
like you said, I'd really rather just be like making the next piece.
for sure.
Yeah, so I choose, where I'm putting my energy.
Do you like who you used for the pins? I really need to
Yeah,
get
I
in on that because they look so cool.
think it was Wizard Pin.
Wizard pin?
Um, yeah, and I made the mistake. It was my first time using them. They were recommended to me. And I'm not saying that they're bad, but I'm just saying check, like open the package right away and check
Okay.
because I did not do that. And so I had maybe 20 or so pins, maybe 30 out of 100
Okay.
that were not great.
Crap.
But I had waited because I kind of just was like full faith and
Sure.
busy getting ready for shows. So I didn't open them and I was past the window to like tell them about it.
Crap.
They gave me a discount code, I think. Um, and I would probably use them again. I would just say, just make sure you check.
For sure. Now,
But that's for everything.
with pens and pencil pouches and all that, like I shouldn't be concerned so much about investing in merch because I know it pays back. But do you feel like it's worked out financially with getting those? Because with prints, we know we have a certain like low cost that we put
Yeah,
into each one. But
it is by show, I think. Some shows the pencil cases just fly out the window. Some shows the necklaces don't sell at all. Um, so that is something you kind of have to know going in, I feel like. Um, for me, it's very much like I said about making sure that I do the art first and then I have time to do the other things.
for sure,
Um, we've tried also mugs at one point, but they are just a huge box that you have to bring into drag into the
a
convention
lot of
center.
weight, a lot of bulk.
Yeah, and they come in like styrofoam things. So it's kind of, I personally don't choose to do that, but I know that they sell well.
Mm,
Um, so it's kind of tricky. And I think that is also why I don't put a huge amount of energy into it.
yeah. I also wanted to ask you, I saw on Facebook, it might be a mutual friend, but it's another professional artist, how they saw that some young artists were saying that established artists don't talk about pricing and all that kind of stuff. They feel like it's kind of like gatekeeping. I
Yeah,
personally don't think it's that. I think it's just such a personal choice for each person on how much they want to charge.
yeah,
Um, but it is one of the hardest things to figure out what to charge because you don't want to outprice yourself so it sells, but you also don't want to sell yourself short. How do
yeah.
you approach it whenever you're pricing your
Um,
things?
Well, fortunately, sites like Printify, they have a little calculator built into like where you order your product. And so you can just plug in like how much you feel like charging, and it'll say like in a percentage how much profit you get from that. So that is one good tool
Yeah.
that you can use to figure that out. Um,
What about with your originals and stuff?
for my originals,
Yeah,
um, you did mention like my items are kind of small and they're lower cost. I want to be affordable to people.
that's
I'm
good.
trying to raise my price, um, but I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that.
Yeah,
And then as far as like if you're just like starting out as an artist, um, usually I price things by measurement, and I kind of got that information from um, Annie Stagg and Justin Gerard.
they're
Um,
the best.
so what they do is like you take the longest side of the piece, and if it's an oil painting, I believe it was, you add like two zeros. So if it's like um, 12 by 18, let's say, you would price an oil painting at $1,800. But if it's acrylic, you would half that. So you would price it at, you know, 600. That's not
What did
much.
they say about watercolor? It's a lot of
900.
layers.
Yeah. Um, so I kind of used that originally,
Yeah,
but I just I want my work to be appreciated and enjoyed by people.
it is sweet. I do feel like you could charge a little more though.
Yeah.
I do.
I got a lot of good information at I this last IX. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And also with the oh gosh, the pricing thing, my advice to the newbies would be just like to go to shows like IX and stuff like that and walk around and like maybe even ask if you can take pictures of people's booths from a distance, of course, to
Hmm.
get an idea of what everybody's charging. Because that's what I did when I first was like, okay, it looks like 30 is the main price for this size
Right.
print. And it just
Yeah.
so that I would just fit in a little bit. And then whenever you see a painting of mine you're like, that's a little pricey. It's probably because I want it back on my wall.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the personal
Yeah.
element too.
Yeah. I just put one up on EDO. It's the first one I haven't sold, and I put it up to 400 because that's what I had gotten feedback from my ex, and it did not sell. The first one that didn't sell.
Yeah.
It also, I think, is the theme of it. It's a hairless cat. Not a lot of people probably
Oh, the Sphinx
are in
cat.
love with hairless cats. But I did what you were saying, and to me, it just came down to what I felt in my heart would be good, like what I was comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because you look at everybody's, and to me, I was like, okay, this person's in this price range, this person in this
Yeah.
price range.
It's
I
all over the
don't get
place.
it, so
Yeah. So I can see why kids would be overwhelmed, but when
yeah,
in doubt, ask. But
yeah,
nobody's going to know for sure but yourself, like what you feel
absolutely.
like it's personally worth.
Yeah. And I think as far as maybe some people feel like we're gatekeeping, I personally, um, if you ask me, I will tell you,
Same.
but I don't get asked. So, they should maybe be more comfortable with asking more people.
Yeah. And well, I guess just from my experiences with this community, because I haven't been in it super long, everybody's been nothing but open and generous and giving with their information and their experience and their kindness. Like I love this little family, so I would absolutely say just ask.
Yeah.
99% of the time, you're going to get some good advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and speaking of advice from people, I did see that you got to go to the 24 illustration intensive. What was that like, and what
Yeah,
did you get out of that?
it was intensive. I can't even describe.
Oh my gosh.
Um, I it's not going on anymore, unfortunately, because it is not only one of the best things I've done in my life, just in general. Um, the the faculty and the experience is like no other. The faculty is like so ready to be there and help you.
Mm.
Like you can ask them anything and you get like really important, valuable feedback, but you also feel like your family, you
Yeah.
know. And I think some of the instructors even had kind of said that after the workshop that they were just so amazed um, how much they felt part of this group. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I to get direct help from like Howard Lyons, he like you kind of get a critique, and he like took a picture of my sketches and put it on his iPad. And he was just like, you should do this, and this is why you do this, and this is why, and
So
it
cool.
made it look amazing. And then he's just like airdrops the whole video, filmed a video out of Procreate to you, and you're just like,
Wow.
I get it now. And I think I posted on my Facebook a picture of Jeff talking to me at my table, and I was just like, y'all, this is the moment that I realized that I can do this now. Like I do it, and it's like I'm actually doing it naturally, because of all the teachings and the great community. I was like, I get it now. I know that um, if I choose to do what I call an illustrative piece, like something that tells a whole story and looks magnificently painted, like I can actually do it now. And I understand the theories behind it and the compositions behind it and the little tips and tricks behind it, because that's what you get out of the workshop. it,
Yeah. Oh, so jealous.
it was good.
Maybe they'll bring that back or the master class. I would love to do either one of those.
Yeah.
I was signed
Yeah.
up for the master class one when they canceled it.
Oh no. Was it because of the pandemic?
No, it was, they didn't have enough people that signed up.
Really?
I
Oh,
can't believe it. Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
So I know.
They
Well,
should bring it back.
you have a studio in Knoxville, Tennessee. So is that something that people can come see your stuff, or is that like a private work studio?
It's kind of a private work studio, but we do have a an open studio once or twice a year
Oh,
where
cool.
anybody can stop by and kind of like shop and see the working space, and it's really nice. I do kind of announce it on my social media.
Right on.
Yeah,
And you've got some stuff and some brick and mortars as well.
yeah. I'm trying this year to work with shops in general. So
Good.
I've been in galleries that have like you rent the space and you can put your merch out, but these are a couple shops in my area, and I'm just seeing how they go. We'll see.
Passive income,
Yeah, yeah,
You could
it's sort
probably
of
even do line arts of your Animal Kingdom things and do like an adult coloring book on Amazon or something. That'd be some
yeah,
passive income too.
yeah, exactly. I would love to do more of that, but I've got some other things in the works that are under wraps right now, but hopefully I'll be announcing later this year.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm just busy, busy, busy.
Oh, right on. Well, you deserve all the good things.
Thank you. You too. This was
Thank you.
fun.
It is. Yay.
Thank you for asking me, by the way.
Oh, thanks for coming on. Well, it works so well that you're a buddy of mine. So I'm like, I always get a little nervous at this, but I'm like, I'm just gonna be sitting down talking to Carolina for a little bit.
Yeah,
So
I
good to go.
know.
Oh, festivals and conventions. What do you have coming up that people could see you?
My next upcoming kind of festival is Dogwood Arts Festival. It's in downtown Knoxville in April. I
Okay.
believe it's like towards the end of April. I will be also, so the gallery that I was in, the Art Garden Gallery in Asheville, they are rebuilding.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so they hope to open also in April. So there'll be a grand opening. I'll announce that on Facebook as well. And then hopefully I'll have my solo show in July. Fingers crossed. And I'll be helping out my friends at Gen Con and Dragon Con. Um, wait, we didn't hear back from Dragon Con yet, did we?
No, we haven't. I
Okay.
applied this year
Okay.
finally, so we'll see. I don't know if I'll get
You
in or
get
not.
in. Yeah.
But I will see you at Gen Con for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, that'll be great. You have to come hang with us.
Oh, absolutely.
After
Yeah.
after
I'm gonna
hours.
get a hotel
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. And then let's see, I'll be at IX. I think that's about it for right now. I always do like some pop-up shows throughout the year
Sure.
too, but
I'm still waiting to hear back from a few shows. And I had to
good.
cancel Emerald City because of my
No.
herniated disc in my back because I'm still not well enough to like lift print boxes or do anything. So the
Yeah.
idea of flying to the other side of the country, I'm like, what if it goes out on the plane ride over there? Then I'm just screwed. So
But girl, you got in.
I did. I got in.
So good. I'm so happy for
Thank you.
you.
And I'll be at
Awesome.
C2E2 in a few weeks too.
Yay. Was that your first time there?
Second, my first time was like 2018 or something. So it's a big
Okay.
gap. So
Awesome.
bringing completely new work to that.
I wish you the best of both of those.
Thank you. Wish you the best
C2E2.
at all yours and your
Thank
fancy, fancy
you.
gallery shows.
Thank you.
I always like at the end of these to ask something totally unrelated. So I am curious, what kind of guilty pleasures do you have? Like, are you into boy bands or like Fast and the Furious movies or something? Like, what's your thing? Like, you might be a little embarrassed, so you have to share on the podcast.
I don't know if I'm embarrassed. I think I'm
That's
proud. I
yeah.
love horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like anything paranormal, just any horror movies. I am so there for it. I've gone ghost hunting.
Me
Um,
too.
yeah, I went ghost hunting at the Titanic in Pigeon Forge. That was awesome with
That's
some
so
of the
cool.
wraith chasers. Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, horror movies. If I'm painting, but not in a horror movie, usually it's World War Z. There's just something about like the
Oh, yeah.
score or the pacing or whatever that I get in the zone. And also, I will fall asleep to that movie because
Uh-huh.
there's something about the pacing or something. The musical score, I don't know what it is, but yeah, horror movies,
Wow.
100%. Like,
Is that a Thrasher movie? Or what is
it,
that one?
it's a zombie movie.
Okay.
I love zombie movies.
You know, I was a roller skating extra in the horror movie Headless, right?
No, I didn't know that. He's
Yeah.
done all these things that I didn't know about.
I know you guys were into the Dead Files, weren't you?
Yeah,
I remember we
yes,
talked
I
about that.
know. We gotta
So,
talk about
yeah. I like
that.
the spooky stuff, but within reason. Like, it's so funny. Headless, like I love everybody that was in it, and I love the director is a friend of mine. I won't watch it though. It's too
Yeah,
gross for me.
no,
I like
I am there.
psychological horror.
Yeah,
I love my murder mystery podcast, but like I love a good ghost story.
yeah.
That's
Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah.
And like it's few and far between that I meet like a show or a movie that will actually like freak me out, like get me.
Yeah.
And I love to find those.
What were the ones that got you into horror? Like, do you remember like, oh, the first time you saw a certain movie, you're like, oh, this is it for me.
I don't really understand it, but
Yeah.
when I was growing up, like middle school into high school, I wasn't allowed to watch movies like that.
Forbidden.
But I would sleep over my best friend's house at the time, and she always had like Jaws or Friday the 13th or, any one of those on, and I would be so scared. I would be like trembling in my little sheets at
Oh,
night because they'd be on in the background all night long. Um, and then yeah, somewhere along the way it just completely flipped, and now I'm like, I get like what is it? Serotonin boost? I don't know, dopamine boost,
oh yeah, one of those.
one of those kind of things. And I'd rather, to be honest, I'd rather be scared by monsters or ghosts or something than actually like real people.
In real life, yeah.
For real
No
life,
shit.
yeah.
And that kind of like the theme in Guillermo del Toro's movies is like the monsters aren't the actual monsters,
Yeah,
the humans are.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I
so freaking
respect
true.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my guilty pleasure, probably.
That's fantastic. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Well, I think I've asked you everything I had. Do you have any more info you want to throw out to anybody or tips?
Um, I don't think so.
It'd be
That,
cool sometime. Well, like you need one more thing on your plate, but like you photograph your work and it always looks so perfect. And I saw you had made your little photo box and all that good stuff on how to do that. That would be good for the up and coming kids to learn how to Shoot, I
Yeah.
just thought about it because there's this girl in town that I've been kind of like giving advice to. She's a little up and coming artist, and
Yeah.
she's needing help photographing. So I'm like, I can
Okay.
just send her a link to your future video.
Yeah, like send her a link to my Patreon and I'll add that to my list of like
Cool.
I wouldn't even thought of that. So that's really a good idea.
It's helpful because it's one thing to know
Yeah.
how to make the art, but then how to actually show it to the world and how good it looks,
Yeah.
you know?
Like I do marketing for a living, but I cannot, I mean, marketing myself has just been a full-on nightmare. I can sell
Yeah.
anything for anybody else, but selling myself and being like, here, this is my
Yeah.
painting, buy it, please.
Well,
Don't
that's where
offer
friends come in
it.
handy, like
No.
Erica for you and Tashina
Yeah,
for me, you know?
I know, yeah.
All right, sweetheart. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming on the
you.
podcast. It's always a delight to see you.
I was so happy when you asked.
Oh,
You
well,
made my day.
give people your websites where they can see your work.
Yeah, so you can visit my website at it's just carolinalabar.com. And on the top right, there's links to my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Patreon.
Cool.
I definitely recommend following me on Instagram because that's where I post the most. If
Right on.
we're working on that too.
Well, thank you again so
Thank
much, my love.
you.
You are fantastic and talented, and thank you for coming on to my little podcast.
Thank you so much. It was great seeing you again
Thank
too.
you.
Bye.